This is Josh and Mike with Fish Addictions TV. This week we've got a special episode lined up for you.
Our good buddy Drake Dill, owner of Thunderhook Lodge in Ontario, Canada, has invited us here to Smooth Rock Camp.
Now this is a fly-in trip. I have personally never been on a float plane before. Really neat experience.
This is my second time up here, and on this episode, we're going to explain to you a few tips to make your next fly-in trip a success.
Now we're up here with a fairly large group of buddies and staff members. Now we're going to be pursuing walleyes on Smooth Rock Lake for 4 days.
We're going to be enjoying some awesome scenery, eating great food, and spending time with awesome people.
Stick around. This is Fish Addictions TV.
Fish Addictions TV is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Throughout this episode, you will notice sponsor logos appear on the bottom portion of your screen. Click on these logos for more information on great products to use throughout this episode.
This is a super cool experience for me. I've personally never been on a fly-in trip. I've done like the Boundary Waters canoe area where you hike and canoe in. That's about the most desolate location I've been to on a fishing trip. It was just the level of excitement building made me feel much like a kid again. You know, I was just jacked up to be in that plane when we finally got in and fired up the engines.
We're taking off. Fantastic. You're looking out there, there's lakes all over the place. Just beautiful country.
It's just a quick 15-minute flight, and then you're going to land into Serenity. There's no other lodges on the lake, so this is a piece of paradise.
When the plane landed, we pulled up to the dock, and I've never been here, and seeing the setup, I mean, they've got just smooth beaches right out in front of the cabins.
And then you have Debbie. She doesn't let you walk down the dock without a hug.
Welcome. Give me a hug.
Open arms, literally hugging every person getting off of the plane. One of the most accommodating women I have ever met.
And not only that, but the first thing she tells you, go pick some blueberries, and I'm gonna make you a blueberry pie. And let me tell you, it is fantastic.
I can't call them customers because they're guests, because that's how I feel about them. I'm in a beautiful area in Wabakimi Wilderness Park, so how could you not wake up and start your day with a big smile?
Trips like what we're on this week take a lot of prep work, looking at maps, figuring out what tactics we're going to apply to catch as many fish as we can, and bringing everything that we've learned from the years of fishing together and having the best trip that we can have.
As you can see, Josh and I have kind of found ourselves in a little bit of an abnormal situation here. Normally we're fishing out of a 21-foot Warrior 203, but today we're sitting in a 16-foot Lund, and there's no place we'd rather be. We're fishing up in Ontario on Smooth Rock Lake with Thunderhook fly-ins, and we're going to apply a different tactic this week, some that people overlook. You know, we're going to take a trick or a tool that we utilize on the ice every day and apply it to what we're doing here. We're actually going to take the FLX 28 and apply it to open water fishing. We're going to do a lot of deep water vertical jigging, and in this application there really is no better tool. "36 hours of driving or being up, 12 hours of driving, totally worth it." Fish on.
Nice.
This shelf is just amazing.
There's a lot of fish in this spot, dude.
And on that one,
This is cool. No, I think I can swing
hoist them.
No, I better get a net for him. I don't want to do anything with this rod. Thank you. Oh, that is contrast on color. This guy is more
Yeah.
orange in him than anything.
Yeah, that last one was blue.
This is cool. Too cool. You got to try Thunderhook fly-ins.
Dustin Larson here, pro staff for Fish Addictions, guide for Bride's Guide Service on Devil's Lake, North Dakota. A few things that I've learned on going on these fly-in fishing trips are, number one, write out a list and plan your meals accordingly for the week, every day, every meal. Most important thing for me too is the tackle that I bring, the rods and reels, the gear. You know, on this fishing trip we're targeting pike, we're targeting mostly walleyes. I usually bring plain old boxes like this, you know, with a bunch of different jigs, small, and I'll just put them in a backpack or soft-sided tackle box. Clothing is also a big variable that you just never quite know exactly how it's going to be. Rain gear, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, you know, tank tops, things like that. Just be cautious of the weight. Of course, there's weight restrictions, so that's why we downsize a lot of the things. It's clothing, and then the food as well. You know, you don't want to bring a ton of food in and have to take it back out or throw it away. Electronics is another big thing. We use VXLRs or things, you know, ice fishing, take them out of our boats, put them in the smaller boats that they provide here. Those things are important, finding depth, finding structure, finding contours, and things like that. Also, check out the resort's website for a checklist of what to bring and not to bring. You don't want to be stuck without any gear here. There's not a store down the way. Once you're here, you're here.
One of my favorite things about coming to Smooth Rock is all around the lake, this huge lake, they've got shore lunch stations.
They got a fryer set out for you. I mean, that's kind of a cool thing to have. You know, I've never been anywhere that has something like that.
You know, it's what you think about, you know, having those walleyes that are literally minutes old and frying them up golden brown. Doesn't get any better than that.
One of my favorite shore lunch areas on this lake is, we call it the Falls up here. And it's got a shore lunch station there about 100 feet from the falls, and it's just a picture perfect area for a shore lunch.
So we pulled up on an island to have shore lunch. I'm up here to fish, so I went right to fishing as soon as we got out of the boats. Stuck a couple walleyes, and next thing I hear is splashing and yelling, and I look over and Mike stripped down to his undies in the water taking a bath.
Well, I was running on empty. It was hot. I hadn't slept for 40 hours, and it was either that or I was gonna be taking a nap. So I decided, what the heck, great time for a swim.
Hey, Mike, next time just stick to fishing and leave that shirt on, buddy.
Stick with us for more Fish Addictions
Coming
TV.
your way.
Big fish.
Big fish?
A pair of innovative designs with proven fish-catching colors. The result, Beefish and Tackle's Authentex Plastics. The Moxie, with its thin profile, beefy belly, and long tail, moves and vibrates at slow speeds more than any other plastic on the market today. The perfect cure for cold front walleye. The Pulsar features a paddle tail that twitches and kicks seductively when fished super slow, producing more body movement than any other paddle tail style bait. Find them online at beefishandtackle.com before your fishing buddies do.
Nice.
Better one.
Nets. Nice. We'll try and get him under the...
Oh
yeah, dude. There you go. Look at the belly on that thing.
That thing is
Check
crazy.
out the color on those fins, dude. That is awesome. You don't see walleyes stateside.
No.
Look at the colors.
That's
on
what I'm
that.
telling you. When you go over to the other side, they're going to be blue. Like it's
cool.
just blue. We've been having a good trip, but there was one moment where Josh and I just landed on the X.
Nice, dude. That is a very uniquely colored walleye.
This is awesome. Thunderhook fly-ins, you gotta come.
Ooh.
Fish on.
Fish on. I think we found a good spot here, Mike.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Another beautiful Canadian walleye. We hadn't just eaten. I think we'd be eating him.
Yeah.
Another one with that pretty blue coloring on his fins. It's crazy.
And most of the fish that we're catching are 15 to 16 inches.
Yeah, perfect feeders. And we're graphing fish on the Vexlars. It's just like ice fishing. I mean, you're bumping them up and they're coming up. This is so cool. Watch this fish come up. Here we go. Oh, bang, and he got it. Just like ice fishing, buddy.
Better fish?
He's all right. I think he'll be a good eater. But biting, just everything kind of came together, and it's one of those 45-minute time periods in a fisherman's career that all the factors fall into place perfectly, and you're on just a hot walleye bite. Not a bad Canadian fish at all.
In fact, there was one point where we were looking around and noticed the other boats weren't quite putting on what we were doing, and we felt pretty proud about that. Yeah,
Good one?
Wow, this place is amazing. Oh, it's a nicer fish again.
Nicer
yeah,
fish.
actually, I wouldn't mind the net on this
All
one
right.
if you would.
Oh, sweet. There we go. A little better. Take those all day long.
Josh and Mike were putting on a clinic, and that just kind of humbled me right up. Just gives me an idea that just staying focused and being where you need to be in the boat is important.
Now, coming up on this fly-in trip, not knowing what type of tackle to bring, we brought a variety of tackle with us, mainly vertical jigging lures. Some that we're having success on are the Beefish and Tackle precision jigs. Now, with that precision jig, they've got a variety of different colors and sizes.
Sorry.
Nice, dude. Guy might eat, he might be small.
That's on that precision jig you're just talking about.
Sweet. And then another really fun bait that we're getting more of the aggressive fish on is this Beefish and Tackle B3 blade bait. We're actually going to throw these for Lakers later in some real deep water. Put off a lot of vibration and flash. More or less just like you use them ice fishing. It's a fish call. But everything's been working different parts of the day, different cloud covers. We've got enough colors, enough sizes for pretty much every situation we've encountered thus far. So with a good variety of Beefish and Tackle, we're prepared for about every situation we run into up here. What do you think, man? Should we get back after him?
Got a few more to get on that stringer for lunch.
I love fresh walleye.
One of the special things for this trip for me is this is the second time I've been able to bring my dad up here.
This is my second time of doing a fly-in fishing trip with my son Mike. First time was 2 years ago at this same location.
I think it's awesome to have my dad on a trip like this instead of visiting with him about the trip and and reminiscing about it back home, he's actually here experiencing it with me.
Can't have any better time than bonding with your kids. That's the best part about it. You want a lot of great memories, and when you get old, you got something to go back and talk about.
We get old?
I do.
I gotta become a dad. The older he gets, the more of a dad I gotta become.
Yeah.
The special moment in this trip, I feel, is just being with him. It's not catching the bigger fish.
However, you did outfish me probably one or two of the days on the trip, which was humbling for me. It was awesome to see that. What this trip did for us is gave us an opportunity to actually fish together.
And it's really nice that when he does have his days off, we go out fishing together, although you would think he'd get tired of fishing, but he don't.
This is what we did when they were little. Mike, 6 years old, going on Canadian fishing trips.
And I hope when my kids are old enough to go, they haven't done the Canadian experience yet, but they get to, experience it with their grandpa like I did when I was younger. When I used to go with my dad, my grandpa was also involved in those trips, and that's some of the best memories I have as a young kid. So, we're gonna continue doing this as much as possible, and I hope my dad's involved in it, because that's an important piece of this whole puzzle.
Now today we've had the opportunity to be running the new Muse Gold rods from 13 Fishing. They're a new series of rods out this year. They're walleye specific actions, and every single one of them is a spinning rod. Now they've got lengths from 6'3" all the way up to 7'6", cover the bases of all spinning rod needs for walleye fishing. Super impressed by the nice fast tip on these rods and the way it transitions into the backbone. They actually have 3 sections of graphite in the rod designed for specific tasks, from bite detection and moving your lure into the transition zone into the backbone. Just a great option for any walleye fisherman out there.
Now the rumor is, my cousin's telling all the other guys in camp that he can clean fish faster than me. I don't think so.
I know everybody talks about Mike and how way he can clean fish, the speed he cleans fish, and how good he does. But I don't know, I've been cleaning fish with my dad and my grandpa just as long as Mike has, so I would like to say that I think I can clean fish better than Mike can clean fish.
We're gonna bring back the good old days when we were younger. We're gonna have a little friendly competition of cleaning 2 fish, deboned, and 1 inch of skin patch left on. Skin patch comes off, you're disqualified.
Doesn't matter how much meat's on the carcass still. Just gotta get it out of there, huh?
Well, it's gotta be done right. Lucas?
Be done right.
All right, ready? Go.
I think your blade's sharper than mine. And my fish is bigger. We should have made our dads do this.
1 down.
I just got disqualified.
Why is that?
Cut the skin off.
So did I.
Oh, well then we're good. We're even. Well, I'm done. Do you have a bread blade on that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I brought the wrong one. Yeah, we had our fish cleaning competition. Didn't fare as well as I thought I was gonna. Had some troubles with the electric knife. I think the blades are getting pretty dull. That's what I'm gonna blame it on for sure. Little Luke, he did struggle a bit with the old-fashioned blade. I think he might have got one side off out of the 2 fish. But yeah, it brings back a lot of good memories when the 3 of us could stand around and rip on each other a little bit, but still be buddies at the end of the day and have good, fun competition. Doing stuff like this isn't stuff you get to do that often, but we sure enjoy beating up on each other a little bit and cleaning some fish in the end too.
Hey guys, this is Mike and Josh with Fish Addictions TV. We're out fishing up in Ontario, and today we're having to utilize our Striker element suits. It's been raining off and on all day.
Very comfortable suit, nice ergonomic fitting, got adjustments on the wrists, waterproof zippers on the pockets, keep all your gear dry.
One of my favorite things about this suit, if I put the hood up, when it's raining and you're driving, it's got clear little windows out each side so your peripheral vision is still there.
And they've got their patented adjustable inseam on any Striker brand pants, bibs. You adjust the length of the inseam so you're not walking on the bottom of them, they're not too short. It's a really nice feature. They've got it in all their line of ice gear, their line of rain gear. Just something that goes above and beyond other manufacturers on the market.
The reason we fish is to enjoy fishing, and part of enjoying fishing is being comfortable. Even on a day like today, where it's off and on raining on us, we're still comfortable in the Striker Elements gear.
It's just part of being prepared.
Fish Addictions TV is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Going on a fly-in trip like this is probably one of the coolest things you could ever do. It's very special. Getting to hang out with good friends. I got to spend 4 days in the boat with Josh, one of my best friends.
It's been awesome to be with such a good friend, one-on-one in a boat for 4 days and just enjoying the company of each other. I think we'll let this guy go.
Catching a ton of fish is just added bonus.
A nice one, dude.
Being on this trip means a lot to me, spending time with the boys, the Fish Addiction boys, and meeting their families and friends. Bringing me out of the element that I'm typically in on a daily basis on Devil's Lake is good, and it's humbling at the same time.
Anytime I can get the opportunity to unplug from the technological world we live in now, no screens, no computers, and just be in nature.
It's just so nice to be somewhere where you don't have to think about your day-to-day life. All you got to think about is the jig and the leech on the end of your line.
It's relaxing. For me, I look forward to how peaceful and relaxing it is. But then the excitement of being able to go a half a mile from camp and put your line in the water, and as soon as it hits the bottom, you've got a fish on.
And to be able to come to a location such as Smooth Rock Lake with Thunderhook fly-ins and have 4 days of nothing but living in nature has been just amazing.
It's worth the experience, it's worth the scenery, it's worth the fishing, and it's worth everything you put in to get here.